So, what exactly is a Tree of Life reading? It is a very specific way to use tarot combined with the actual Tree of Life, the Kabbalah, 10 different cards, to give you a message from your soul, but then also a blueprint to how to bring that message through. And whatever the resistance is in your physical life, how to take that, what tools do you have to alchemize that? And let me go ahead and show you like an example spread. So, this isn't a reading, I'm strictly explaining, the cards here. So, all the major arcana are in one pile. The suits are all in three or four separate piles. The pentacle card represents this is the energy that is most causing the soul message from coming through. It's what's the biggest resistance for you actually bringing part of that through for you. The cups and the swords are the tools to change that earth into something else. And if you think about the old ways of like, the pentacle is actually a coin, you can take that coin and through a process of work, you can either make it into a cup or you can make it into a sword. So it's literally alchemy, and you have the different tools. So these are the tools, and these are clarifying cards for the tools. And then the wands, which is closest to spirit, that is the energy that actualizes or that comes to fruition as a result of this work. So, for example, what the soul most wants to come through in this example reading, and I wasn't planning to do it, but hey, we'll just like roll with it. And this is like a real bare bones version of it. But the moon represents menstruation, the way that I read, and it's about letting go of things that did not come to fruition. Okay, and the thing that's holding on to that is the King of Pentacles. The King is the will of the soul, but it's being inundated. Pentacles is like the material world covering it up. It's the material world stopping the actual soul expression coming through because we're too concerned about what other people think about than being ourselves in the world. The tools for that, Seven of Swords, this is all about you have to, like, victory is not about taking it all. Victory is sometimes, actually, let me do this because I think it's cool if you get to see me too. Like, victory is sometimes not, winner take all type of thing. Victory sometimes is knowing when to leave certain things behind. And sometimes that's really hard for us. And it's okay, go through a mourning process if you need to, like if it's something that was really important to you, you're leaving behind, but it's important for you to do that. The Six of Swords would be you have to be able to love without a reason, love for the sake of love, because a love without a reason never ends. So in a way, it is with the will of the soul coming through, you have to be able to trust it without a reason. You don't have to have validation. In fact, the need for validation disempowers like the will of the soul. So in this case, that is one of the huge things. And the Five of Swords, that is the ending of cycles. Again, this is like, kind of goes along with these two swords being left behind. It is, you gotta let things go. You gotta let things go when they don't serve you anymore. And really, that is all the Pentacle stuff. It's all the earthly judgments and things that we learned to do or be, and they don't serve us anymore. The other tool is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is all about you have everything you need. You have all the feeling, you have all the passion, but you have to start letting it out. And I use the example of a bow and arrow with the nine cards a lot, is because it's like you pull the bow back, you have it locked and loaded. All you have to do is let it go. But sometimes our judgment of how that arrow flies, where that arrow lands, because it's all about actualization, that something happens versus manifestation, how it happens. And if you're worried that you might accidentally hit somebody in the butt and you never let your arrow fly, you're actually choosing not to be in the world. You have to trust, you have to have that trust without a reason, and allow your spirit essence to flow through, allow that will of the soul to flow through. But again, this is all about really the discernment of the soul to be able to let go of things, the moon, that are not serving it anymore. And then the two clarifying cards, we have the Five of Cups. Oh, I didn't even notice that when I was talking about mourning. Five of Cups is a mourning card. So we have fives on both sides. It's like really saying you got to leave behind what it is that is not working for you anymore. And don't have a point of view that you're a failure because you're leaving something behind. And the Five of Cups is also an orderly things behind. You do have to mourn. You have to acknowledge it. It's not like you're pretending something didn't work or isn't there or anything like that. You take the time to acknowledge, this served a purpose. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. I am honoring it and now I'm letting it go. And the Two of Cups is a place of understanding. And it's not necessarily understanding, like you don't have to fully get somebody, but understand, hey, we're different. We're having different points of view. And, that's okay. The two things that come from that, Four of Wands, which is all fours are kindness and beginnings and things. The Four of Wands specifically is the ability to be an Aini, the ability to be in divine reciprocity with all the other aspects of divinity around you. And lastly, and I love this, I wish I shuffled these on camera now because like I couldn't have planned this better. Like I just put them out randomly just to to show the example, and then I decided to do the reading. But King of Wands, like this happens a lot in my readings. Like we had the King of Pentacles, what needs to change, and here we have the unencumbered will and passion of the soul. And this is like, wow, it's a complete transformation of the very energy that's holding us back. It's now a pure expression of that energy. So I really love that reading. Now, the way that I do this, there's a whole nother deck that I have. It's called the Magical Correspondence Tarot. That if we need clarifying cards from this, I have that deck completely shuffled, and I will pull from that deck for clarifying cards. And I actually use the placement. I don't have them here. I might have to redo this video just to show it, right? Maybe I'll do a second video, but it would be like a second, it's a second deck, and on the deck it actually shows like on the Tree of Life where those cards are, and I use them intentionally, like, okay, this is this first card, where are these cards and how are they being pulled versus how would the normal flow be. So it shows me a lot of information about how energies are showing up, the direction that they're going, and what the normal or the path of least resistance would be. So it's a really good way to clarify energies if there's more information needed around a certain thing. But that is a Tree of Life reading. And the reason that I lay it out this way is you have the divine masculine, which is a line, and you have the divine feminine, which is a circle. And there's 10 Sephiroth in the Tree of Life. There's 10 cards, and it has all the elements, no matter, because of the way I shuffle it, there's always all the elements represented. It is a very direct, clear-cut message. And those are 15 minutes. We do not need more time. I do offer a 30-minute version of it. And with that, I use a crystal ball, and I actually do energetic clearing work using different types of statements to, as we go through each card, okay, so every place where you are aligning and agreeing with or resisting and reacting to other people's projections, judgments, considerations, and conclusions, we're willing to destroy, uncreate, and experience something new. And do actual energy work around these cards so that after the reading, not only do you have the information, you already have an energetic head start to allow those energies to anchor and shift and start to take you in a direction where you want to choose more consciously in the world. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to reading for you.